Not dark. Okay. What's going on, everybody? God Destruction here with Nico. No. What's going on, everybody? Yo, boy, God Destruction here again. Sorry, slower brother trying to sneak in through our hole. And today I have my special guest here.
No.
Yep. She's doing a scary video because the last one kind of creeps me out, so I need my backup. And we're see. Alright, let's get into it.
This story is from the point of view of a 16-year-old girl. I used to have a boy living next door to me that was obsessed with me. His name was Joey. Every time I would go outside, Joey would come outside as well, as if he were watching me through his windows, waiting for me. He was 17 and very weird, and he didn't seem to have any friends, as he was always home. I tried to give every sign possible that I didn't like this guy, but he wouldn't get the message. So I had to finally just tell him one day that I don't like him and to leave me alone. The look on his face that day is something that won't leave me. It was the kind of angry look a toddler gives their parents when they can't have a toy. Coming from a 17-year-old, that's much more disturbing. One night, my parents left me to watch the house. I was working on a school project when I felt my bed shift a little bit. I looked under my bed. I screamed as I saw Joey laying under my bed. I ran away while he tried to crawl out from under my bed. I ran to his house and rang the bell at least 10 times, telling his parents about it when they opened the door. Joey never came out of my house, so I called the police. His parents begged me not to, but I ignored them. The police found him still in my room and arrested him.
Oh my god.
Apparently, he admitted this wasn't the first time he had hid under my bed. They also found pictures of me scattered across his room. The most disturbing one was of me sleeping, and it was taken from inside my room.
This does happen commonly though in like Pretty Little Liars and other shows like Finding Carter.
They're based off like true stories.
Working the night shift always sucked. I work in an office building and would constantly do the night shifts since it was the only time it would work out for me. I was just about always the only person on the floor I worked on, possibly in the whole building. There would always be a kind of eerie feeling to being in such a big building with most of the lights out and absolutely no one around. But on the upside, it was peaceful and less stressful, and I was able to get a lot of work done. There was this one night, though. It was a Friday night, around 2 in the morning. I was typing away on my keyboard when I heard a noise from outside my cubicle. It sounded like just a random crack from the walls or something. It's unusual in this building, but I didn't get too concerned about it. I resumed typing away and was once again interrupted by a sound. This time, the sound of a computer starting up. It caught me off guard. I was sure nobody else was working the night shift.
Original video is in the link
I
description
stood up
below.
on my chair to get a view over the
Sorry to
cubicle
scare anybody.
walls.
Just forgot to say that.
The glare of a computer screen in the dark was visible in a cubicle on the opposite side of the room. Then I did something stupid, something I regret. I asked if there was anybody there in a yell, hoping to get an answer from a fellow employee. But instead, I saw the glaring light of the computer monitor across the room turn off, and there was once again nothing but darkness on that side of the room. I started getting nervous. I turned off the lamp and computer screen so that I wouldn't give away my position to whoever that was. I crouched down and tiptoed out across to a nearby cubicle. There was just utter silence. I sat waiting for something to happen for God knows how long, but I eventually decided the coast was clear. I tiptoed down past all the cubicles until I reached the opening near the exit door to the stairs and elevators, and that's when I realized that my fearful suspicion was true. There was a man crouched in the corner of the room, dressed in all black. I felt my heart sink as I noticed him, but it didn't seem like he knew that I noticed him. I turned back to the stairway door. There was no way I was going to wait for the elevator and take a chance. I casually opened the door and closed it behind me, proceeding to walk down the stairs. After making it down about 2 flights of stairs, I heard the door above me push open aggressively, followed by manic, echoing footsteps coming fast down the stairs. I raced down the stairs, running as fast as I could, all while the footsteps above me were getting louder. I finally made it to the first floor, raced through the lobby, and out the front door. Whoever was in there didn't follow me. I immediately called the cops along with one of my bosses. My boss said no one was scheduled to work except for me. The cops scanned the place from top to bottom. There was no one in there. I couldn't help them out with any description other than he was wearing all black. I did continue to do the night shift for about a week after that, with my boss allowing me to lock all possible entrances to the floor, including the elevators. But I still wasn't comfortable with it. So ever since, I've been doing the day shifts.
Day shifts are way better with public guys.
Yeah.
Don't do night shifts, especially if you're by yourself. If there's like 2 or 3 other guys, it's cool. By yourself? No.
This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do my last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas. I GPSed the address of my phone.
I do 3.
I live upstate in the country, so all pizza deliveries were long drives. I remember the sun was starting to set, so it was probably around 7 o'clock. I'd say after a good 15 minutes of driving through the foresty dirt roads, my GPS said I had arrived.
This one's really creepy.
It was an old little cottage-like house made almost entirely of wood. It was sitting all by itself in the middle of absolutely nothing but forest. The lawn was completely unkept, as the grass was almost at knee height. I was used to this kind of thing, so I didn't think much of it. I took the pizza to the front door. There was no doorbell, so I knocked loudly on the door. Within 10 seconds, I heard the sound of footsteps hitting wood on the inside of the house. The footsteps made it to the door and stopped. I started to feel uneasy. I got the feeling that I was being watched. And that's when I noticed there was a peephole in the door. "It's the pizza guy," I called out. I heard a low, harsh-sounding voice on the other side of the door, telling me to bring the pizza out back. I didn't like the idea of going back there. Something didn't seem right. "Are you sure, sir?" I called out. He didn't answer my question. The sound of footsteps didn't move away from the door, so I had the feeling he was still watching me. I almost found myself walking back to my car,
Your life,
but I decided I didn't want any trouble with my boss. The last time I brought a pizza back, he gave me attitude, so I reluctantly walked through the uncut grass and around the small house to the back. I remember there was a shed and a little patio back there. In the patio, there was a table with 4 chairs surrounding it. In one of the chairs, facing away from me, I saw the head of somebody sitting in the seat. I began walking over and said, "Excuse me," but the person didn't even move an inch. "Excuse me," I said again louder. Then from behind me, I heard, "Psst, over here." I turned around to see a man poking his head out from the corner of the house, looking at me with a crazed smile. "Come over here, I want to show you something."
See the girl?
I freaked out, turned around, and ran around the house in the opposite direction, back to my car, for some reason still holding the pizza. I got in my car, started it, and got away from there. On my way back to the pizzeria, I pulled over to the side of the road and called the police. Eventually, I was informed that there was no sign of anybody having been in that house for a long time. I quit my delivery job a few days after that. I have no idea what would have happened to me had I gone up to that man. But to this day, I still wish I just turned my head to see who or what was sitting in that patio chair.
And that is the end of the video. So, what do you think?
Personally, you guys, this is nothing to me because I watch like actual horror movies on like the theaters, like for example, Witch Blair, The Devil, stuff like that. But this is just things that I already knew. I mean, I do believe in things like that, but yeah, just did this because of him.
So, next question that I want to ask before I give my opinion is, what would you have done in each of those scenarios?
What was the first one?
The girl.
Taxi?
The girl.
Which one?
The girl with the creepy neighbor.
Oh, yeah, I would convince my parents for us to move house, even if he went away, because that really a huge impact, memory in my room. But for the second story, which was
For the second one, it was the guy working the night shift.
Yeah, I wouldn't even go through that because I don't like working night shifts as it is, so that's not even possible for me. And the third one is
The pizza one.
honestly would have just left the moment I saw the house, to be honest. I don't care whether I lose my jobs. There's like 1,000,000 other jobs. I could just quit and find a new one.
True. For me, if it was me and I saw like a creepy person stalking me, I would get what is it called? To get them a restraint order. I get a restraint order if they're like being creepy like that. And then to find them underneath the bed, I'd probably wait till he got out and then beat the shit out of him. That's not what I would do. And then for the second one, I would not work night shifts. And even if I did, I would have not like yelled out to another person if I know I was the only one to scheduled. So what I would have done, what are you doing?
Look at that.
Just looking at Gigi trying to get out. It's fine. And then for the last one, as soon as I knock and you tell me to go around back, I would have said, nope, you can get the pizza.
Put it right here.
I'll put it on the ground. It's on me tonight. Enjoy. Leave. I don't care if I lost my tips.
So mean tonight.
I would rather keep my job, yes, than lose my life and go back around the back to have a scarred memory. That's a hell no. So that's what I would have done. But guys, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Let me know in the comment section what you guys want to see next. Let us know what you wanted us to do next. And we will do the next video soon. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. And we will see you guys on the other side. Do you mind hitting the button?